You are listening to Christian Audio's production of The Curious Christian, How Discovering Wonder Enriches Every Part of Life, written and read by Barnabas Piper. This audio recording was produced in 2017 by Christian Audio, which owns the copyright. No portion of this recording may be reproduced for any reason without prior written consent from Christian Audio. This edition, issued by contractual arrangement with B&H Publishing Group, originally published in English as The Curious Christian, copyright 2017 by Barnabas Piper, all rights reserved. Please visit christianaudio.com, facebook.com/christianaudio, or twitter.com/christianaudio to offer your impressions of this work and to explore additional titles. Dedication. For my mother. I remember lying on top of the luggage in the back of our Chevy Caprice Woody station wagon on the endless drive from Minnesota to Georgia and listening to you read adventure stories loud enough for me to hear all the way in the back, and reading so well I forgot how bored I was. I remember sitting in the kitchen while you made dinner and listened to Fresh Air on NPR over the sounds of my growling stomach. I never knew what was happening, but I knew it was important. I remember the soothing tones of Garrison Keillor's voice and the quirky, dry humor of Lake Wobegon as you listened to the Prairie Home Companion. I remember you helping me with science and history projects and being much more enthralled with the topics, especially history, than I was. I remember shelf upon shelf of mysteries by Agatha Christie, P.D. James, and others. And what says curiosity like a love of mystery? I remember you giving me a chance to do the things I loved and invest in my interests, even when it meant freezing your toes off at snowy November football games or weekly trips to the Franklin Library during the summer. I remember how you read all the plaques at museums and Civil War battlefields. I was so bored. Now I bore my own children. I remember you making a home for more than 30 years in the same diverse, sometimes rough, never boring Phillips neighborhood of Minneapolis, and showing me how to love its numerous people and cultures. I remember your love of learning and travel and your insatiable desire to understand and discover. You asked so many questions. And I remember you teaching me, teaching my siblings, teaching at church, teaching about God's Word, about history, about literature, about culture. Now I hope that you can pull this book from your expertly packed carry-on as you sit on a 747 destined for Taiwan, Sweden, New Zealand, or Zambia. I hope you can see how your curiosity, your investment, your example has shaped me and fed these pages. I wrote the words, but so many of the ideas are yours. Thank you. Acknowledgements. I'd like to thank everyone who gave me blank stares when I said I was writing a book on curiosity. You were a consistent reminder of exactly why I was writing. To the many friends who didn't give blank stares, but rather asked insightful, pointed, curious questions, thank you. You were the crucial balance to the blank stares, my reminder that curious people exist and want to learn and ask and grow. Though he can't hear me and will never read this, Oscar Peterson deserves thanks for his music. It carried me through the writing this book while keeping my spirits up. To the innumerable influences on my own curiosity, the authors, teachers, podcasters, musicians, actors, playwrights, friends, and who knows who else, I do not know how to thank you because your web of influence cannot be untangled, and for that I am grateful. Your complex, varied, and constant influence has helped shape me. To the team at B&H, this book has been a challenging process in a challenging time of life, and you have never failed to be encouraging and enthusiastic about it. For an author that is fresh air and cool water, thank you. Introduction. How random. A book on curiosity. Is curiosity even a thing? Can it actually be defined or described? Is it something people can conscientiously do or respond to? It seems like a trait some people, usually children or weird people, have, and others don't. If curiosity is a trait received passively at birth, then what is the point of reading an entire book on something about which you have little control? That's like reading at length about height or hair color. Curiosity just doesn't seem like the kind of idea that's actionable. And that's what most people want in a book, something to read that tells them what to do. But curiosity is an actionable concept. And the book you're holding might surprise you with how much practical wisdom is available to curious Christians.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?